Welcome to Cinderella Stories with Ash and Sav. And Ashley, oh my goodness, we have so many updates to just give the people them. First things first, both personally, but then also like the girlies in sport. There was so much happening just like in general, but like I can't wait to dive into this episode. But let's go into, I think, the watch party, the soft launch watch party that we had on Friday.
Right.
All of the feels. I don't know about you, but like it was hard almost not to get emotional at times when you're like taking a step back and just kind of taking it all in. But for those who don't know, we had our very first soft launch party for Cinderella Stories live at Soho House
in Toronto.
And yeah, explain how it went for you.
It was really good. So we wanted to do something to celebrate the milestone of 11 episodes, which Savannah had previously said is something that not a lot of podcasts reach. Then it was the W finals. Then we wanted to bring together our community of people who have really helped us like on the way to get to the point that we're at through various ways, whether they're lending like their skills, their advice, just their support, or they've just been actual day one women's sports fans.
Yeah.
So we packed Soho House. They have a new pretzel bar. We watched the game. We had some giveaways. We had some drinks. It was really lovely. I think, well, maybe not everybody, but anytime I have a party or an event, there's a little bit of that like loser girl in you.
Yes.
Who, like maybe didn't have friends for a period of time, some more than others. But
Hey. That's not the segment that we're doing this with.
We're just a feel good segment. But like I think all of us at some point have felt like alone, rejected, left on the outside, left in the cold. And so when you're having an event, people are like, yeah, I'm coming. You're like, are you gonna come? How many people are gonna come? What's gonna come up? What level on the priority list are you? Because life is busy and people do have a lot of things going on.
Totally.
So you want to respect that as well. But pretty much like every single person that was like meant something to us, like on our friends and family kind of list was there. So it was really, really nice.
Yeah, no, and we had some amazing sponsorships as well that kind of came through merch, and like we had some great gift bags and like we got
Peace Collective. Let's give them a shout out.
Peace Collective,
Excel Gum,
NYX,
EVO eye patches and stress spray as well.
Yep.
And nude sticks as well. And so we partner with Glory Media on distribution of this podcast, and they played a really big role in like reaching out to those sponsors. So it was nice that people got something to walk away with as well. The Toronto Tempo.
Yes.
They sent over a few coasters and stickers and some t-shirts and stuff as well. So yeah, everyone really rallied for us. And it was a great feeling.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know if you're aligned on that.
Oh no,
Probably.
for sure. And I don't know about you, but I felt just so organic to kind of like be with our community.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I felt so comfortable because, you also get like, I don't know about you, but I get it sometimes. Like I get a little nervous sometimes. Like it's brand new. We don't know, like we're doing something completely different that hasn't even been done in Canada before. That's for sure. Let alone like not really often in women's sports period, which is like actually invest in amplifying the voices of women's sports. And we just don't know what that really looks like, both online, sure, but like, I mean, in historically speaking, usually gets a lot of flack, but we've been doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Not too shabby if we don't say so. But just to see it in person was super special. So I don't know. We were dancing. I was twerking a little bit. And I broke my non-alcoholic, like my no alcohol streak.
Savannah, the way you're saying it sounds like you're off the wagon. It's like give your token back.
Yeah. I had a head cold on Saturday.
Oh my God. Okay. So I'm like, what'd you do the rest of the weekend? Because we didn't really chat. I was off playing a football tournament. It was Thanksgiving. Like it was Savannah's birthday on Sunday, which we'll get into in a second. Big dirty Monday.
Yeah, yesterday.
I thought today was Monday. Yesterday was Monday.
It's a long week. It was a long week.
Yeah, her big dirty 30. So,
dirty 30.
Hence the flowers. The Cinderella Story girls had to come through just to show how much we love you. But yeah, Savannah's like, oh my God, I had just this wicked head cold on Saturday, and I'm like,
be so for real.
I had cold or a hangover because some of the letters are the same, so I understand the confusion. But like, let's be so for real. We were at a martini bar, and you went out after.
I did.
You did.
I did. Well, you went out after
No,
too.
I went home.
You ended up going home?
I dropped off Carrie and Kaylee, and I was like, Delia, I don't want to go. And she's like, great. And we peeled out. We're like, bye, girls. And Delia drove me home. And we went to McDonald's, and then she Ubered from my house.
Okay.
It was perfect. It was the perfect ending to a perfect evening.
Wish that was my ending. No, I was trying to be like one of those like good sports because my friends came out to support me. So like they had another place to go to that night. They were like, hey, can you come with us, like if you want, but like, you know, come through, kind of like we'll give you a drop off, whatever. And I was like, okay, what is it? And they said like it's an EDM concert,
and for that reason I'm out.
Bruh, I was like, no, I haven't, bro.
So how was you living my worst nightmare?
No, literally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
awful.
It's like,
respectfully, if you like that, good for you.
If you like it, I love it.
but not for me.
Could not be me.
Yeah.
It was for like an hour and a half, and I really tried to put
That's a long time.
It sounds like a headache. EDM sounds like how my headaches sound.
Got
like.
it.
The nza.
There are different kinds.
And there is different kinds, and I also feel like I could be an EDM DJ.
Okay.
No, I'm so for real. I actually feel like I know exactly how the rhythm goes, and I feel like I could like
play a little set for us. Go ahead.
Okay, ready? Like,
yeah, I'm ready.
One more time.
Okay.
That's pretty much every single set that I hear.
That is like you're giving New Year's Eve 2012 with that. That's not.
They still play it. I swear.
They played it at your function?
Hear it. I swear.
They played it at your function.
Not this particular one. But I swear I still hear it every single year, where it always leads up to Dead Mouse one more time. Is it Dead Mouse that did that one? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of how my end of night happened on Friday. That led into the head cold on Saturday, which I actually was dying on my parents' couch.
Not throwback to high school.
Yeah.
Hung over on your mom's couch saying it's a headache when it's a hangover, wanting someone to make you breakfast, maybe bring a tea, maybe bring a ginger tea.
See, like this is the difference because I never partied in high school. All my party days were like university.
Oh, you're a late bloomer.
Yeah, because I was like,
AKA following the laws. AKA she's not a law breaker.
More or less. Yeah.
Okay. We can get. I was gonna say we have like a little bit of a segue into like birthdays and like our youth and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But do you want to do like the W first, like the reason we had the watch party? Do the finals first, and then go into our like nostalgic stuff, because I feel like it's gonna get pretty cute later.
Okay.
Like talking about, you know, your 30, reminiscing.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, like, okay, so like, yeah, it was actually pretty, I don't know, full circle, you could say, especially like going into like last week. I was like, wow, this is the last Monday of my 20s. This is the last Friday, Saturday, whatever, Sunday of my 20s. And so Friday night, I was thinking like, if I was to go back to like my younger self and tell her that by the age of 29, turning 30, like you would have a women's sports podcast with an amazing co-host, but then also just like kind of building what I'm considering like our own little empire over here.
Yeah.
And like basically like bringing it back to the game that you played. I don't know. I feel like I would have chills. Like, and I would feel like with such an incredible team at that too. I feel like I would be so proud of myself. But yeah, going back a little bit to, I guess, like memory lane.
Okay.
If I must.
Sure.
Did you have anything to add?
No.
So just kind of like last night, which was like the Monday night of Thanksgiving, I took a stroll down memory lane as well. And I kind of opened up my keepsake, and like I was asking my mom for like any basketball photos, videos, anything that she had of me. And it's like weird because like I was a nerd, okay? Like back in like middle school, like literally.
Photo?
Yeah, Sav got bullied. And like at first I was, literally. Like partially because I was like one of the only like biracial kids in school. But then the other part of it was because like I looked like a nerd. I'm like, wow, you know what?
It is what it is.
The glow up is real. I posted on my Snap story that like from like throwbacks days to all the way leading up to my 30th. Okay. And let me tell you, when you say like we had a late blossom, like a late bloomer, the glow up happened definitely in the last couple years here. So like better like onwards and upwards.
Listen, it's better. If you're gonna do a glow up, it's better not to peak in high school. Yeah. It's better not to peak in like college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so right?
It's fine.
I would rather
you did that. You build character.
Thank you, character. I got a personality.
Yeah. Popular people have personalities too.
Anyway, yeah. Well, if they're good looking from day one,
yeah.
because even you admitted that you didn't make friends right away.
Because I was pretty. And they were haters.
You know what's crazy?
So yeah, I was a little of a loner.
By the time I got to high school and I started wearing contacts,
Yeah.
I didn't understand why people still like,
Right.
that's cute. Hairball.
And one more to continue in high school. I'm listening.
By the time I got to high school and like, what's it called? And I started wearing contacts. I started to know how to do my hair better. Like I had a couple friends, whatever here, there, but like I still didn't, I don't know. There's a lot of girls that came at me still, but this time I went to an all black high school.
Yeah.
I went to an all white middle school, elementary
Got
school.
it.
I went to all black and I was
Yeah.
still getting some hate. And I was like, I didn't know where it was coming from. But just to your point, like you don't even realize, like sometimes you catch haters just because you're pretty.
Yeah, that's actually a fact. There's a lot of
Like,
jealousy out there. Not to be
facts.
like, anyway, we're just the two prettiest
Anyways, we're just
best
the
friend
two
co-hosts.
Two bombshells
have entered the villa. But I think too, like, well, on my part is like, because I was so interested in playing sports. Because
Yeah.
I grew up watching my mom play sports.
Yeah.
So to me, it wasn't a girl-boy thing. It was like me and my brother played sports. My dad used to play sports. My mom currently played sports.
Yeah.
So they're playing like Red Rover, British Bulldog, King's Court, basketball. I'm like, yeah, get me in the game. Oh, picking me last, obviously, of course. It's fine. I still held my own. But then I think that there wasn't a lot of like girls who understood that, like, oh, she just wants to be with my crush, Kyle. I'm like, Kyle's a bum. Kyle went 1 of 14 from the
Facts.
field.
I'm like, Kyle can't
no
shoot.
one's trying to talk to Kyle.
Kyle, he's not even a 3-point shooter. What?
Kyle sucks,
What's
bro.
happening? Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot. Like the formative years will leave you scarred, battered, and bruised if you're not taking care of your mental.
Hashtag therapy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, Haley, if you don't mind. Haley is our new young behind the set.
Yes, we have a new
by the way. We have a new young, Haley.
Yay.
Thank you so much. We got to clear the set, make some way. There we go. Now we have so much space to talk to the people then.
Yes.
All right.
But
okay.
yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you
Happy
so
birthday,
much.
girl.
Yeah, dirty 30.
It only gets better.
30. I believe it. I
only
truly
gets
believe it.
better.
I'm not scared of the 30s at all. I'm like, bring it. Let's
I've heard.
go.
I heard it gets better.
You heard.
I heard.
Wouldn't know.
The olds tell me.
The olds tell you.
The elders.
So I've heard. All right. Okay. So let's dive into some WNBA talk.
Yep.
Now that the season has wrapped up, you know, we had the Las Vegas Aces as we watched during our watch party on Friday come out. They
Sweep.
swept.
Yeah.
Swept the Mercury.
Handedly.
Yeah. So I would like to just open it, I guess, with you. Give me your thoughts and just overall feelings towards, you know, Queen Asia, but then also like the Aces and the series.
I made a bet at our watch party with one of my friends, Raquel, and
Shout out.
she was on the Mercury train. She loves Ka. She loves the underdog story.
Yep.
She loves everything about the Mercury, like winning at home, extending the series, all the stuff that we wanted to see to a degree. But I bet her that if the Mercury win, I'll come to the show dressed as Becky Hammond. This is not a Becky Hammond, just for those wondering.
I was gonna
It's like
say,
I would
you're
need a
missing the
blazer.
blazer.
I would need my hair up, in a bun.
Yeah.
I would need a V-neck white T-shirt, like the uniform.
And a
that,
stern look.
Whether I don't know if she makes all her assistant coaches wear that same look or they do it
by choice
because they want to be like we want to
Politics.
be like Becky because obviously she's
be like
super
Becky.
successful.
Becky with the good hair.
Nonetheless, I was gonna wear the Becky uniform, but they didn't win.
Yeah.
The Aces did, and I think it was honestly almost a foregone conclusion, especially with Satu being out with a concussion. Like she's your leading scorer of the playoffs. What are you going to do? Who's going to give you those points? Because Alyssa Thomas was not at her best. She had a hand injury in game 1. She wasn't leading in any statistical category when they got blown out in game 2. She's not going to score 30 points. I think she only scored over 23 points 4 times in the regular season.
Shoot.
She's like one of those, she's like a mid-range triple double. She helps everyone else around her get better and she secures rebounds.
Hence her name, the engine.
Exactly, but that's not going to win you a championship because you're missing a ton of points. And when you have a weapon like Asia who can pop off and you can go to in a dire situation, it's going to be a tough sell. AT goes down, she hurts her shoulder, she's even in worse shape. For me, I had faith the Aces were going to sweep and they did just that. I mean, at one point I think I was talking to someone and I looked back at the score and I'm just like, oh,
Oh no, literally. I remember that. I think I was like at the martini bar being like, I'll have this ab swish. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, wow, that was a 3-point game that just went to like a 10-point deficit now. That's crazy. And I also remember thinking to myself that like, yeah, like, so to your point, AT, like she got rocked, like her shoulder completely got dislocated. It looked like there, but she came back, she toughened up. Whatever they did,
hanging lifelessly by her side.
Yeah, so I feel, listen, I feel for the Mercury because they also were not able to play to their strength, given all the criticism that the WNBA has faced with the officials, specifically in the level of physicality. And the Mercury, the reason why they kind of got as far as they did, and the reason why they had the regular season that they did, is because they played a physicality. Like, that is their game. And they, you know, even when you like are growing up playing basketball or like football or soccer or whatever, like you know those physical teams that you can expect and anticipate, so you got to match their energy or something. But sometimes they catch you off guard, or sometimes you are the physical team that can catch other teams off guard because you're doing a harder box out, because you're doing like maybe a little bit of an arm bar. But now that they're like clocking it, that was taken off the table.
Right.
And so now
their competitive advantage.
So now it's purely skill. And not saying that they weren't as skilled, but I would say this is also where experience showed. And the Mercury haven't been to a finals in a long time. And the Vegas Aces, as we call them, like the designer brand team, they have. And like, you know, we saw so many names step up throughout the course of the series. You know, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, obviously Asia. Dana Evans off the bench.
Don't forget my girl Dana.
Bruh. And then the other thing that really rocked Mercury is also the fact that their shooter, Sammy Whitcomb, she, in the first game, got rocked pretty hard. And I noticed, I'm like, oh, she tweaked her knee. Okay. I don't think they ever put it on the injury report. But, you know, you just like see something like they need her, so they're not gonna they're still gonna use her.
Yeah,
and
of course, everyone's gonna play.
Yeah, everyone's gonna play. She it looked like a hyperextension, which hyperextensions are, you could get away with playing on it, but probably best you don't.
Yeah, she was also playing below her standard
as well
since the Lynx series.
No, but I think that's because in game 1, when she hyperextended her knee, like she came back
Lynx
out.
Series, the semifinals, because she was bad in the last game of the Lynx too.
Yeah, I will. That one I would not excuse.
Like, she was a little off. I think her 3-point shooting was 24% through the entire playoffs, which is obviously ungood. But yeah, of course, like those things they're not excuses, but they're explanations.
Yeah, because she didn't even score. I believe it was like the second game of the series. She had no points.
Yeah, tough.
And then Duana Bonner, we love Duana. I'm a huge fan, but like her inconsistency throughout the playoffs also cost them a lot too. And then, you know, when you needed her to really step up in there, like there's times where she did, and then there's times where like AT needs help and there's no one around. And Satsu got rocked with concussion.
Yeah.
So
there's also like a deflation phenomena. And I think anyone who's played in sports can resonate with this as well, or it will resonate with them, I should say, is when you face Goliath, there comes a certain point when you don't even maybe realize internally, like, wow, that win was so much more than people expected of us. Maybe even at times so much more than we expected of ourselves.
Yeah.
And so when they overcame the Liberty, and they weren't supposed to do that. Yeah. And then they overcame the Lynx, and they weren't supposed to do that. And it took them 5 games. And so then to come into the Aces series, you're kind of like,
we made it to the top of the mountain.
Another round? Yeah, no, for sure. Oh. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're like so inflated, and then that thing happens, and you're like, oh, we did it. And then you inflate again, you're like, okay, yeah, we did it. And then the Aces come, and you're just like, oh, like we just don't have that extra kill shot in us.
Yeah.
To your point, not to diminish their accomplishments, they made a big splash in this year's postseason.
Yeah.
They overcame some giants to get there. But it was just the Aces' destiny at that point. The 16-game win streak, the winning in multiple ways, the blowing teams out, the last second shots, the comebacks, fending off comebacks. Nothing fazed them.
Yeah.
And so they're the champions, and they're the champions for a reason.
And shout out to the Aces, because like they came into this series with a 16-game win streak. By the way, this was the longest season in WNBA history for regular season and postseason. And they had like series that went to the final game. Yep. Like they did not come into the finals unscathed here. Like they barely made it out of the Fever series. And like going into the finals, I think they just kind of kicked it into another gear. They're like, we cannot be playing around. And I think, once again, they came in more aware of Phoenix's physicality. But then once again, then the refs took it off the table, the physicality thing. And I think they just like, okay, now it's our time to just run with it. And they did. I think like the game 1 was a battle. And then the last game, you know, the Mercury were really fighting. Oh, and then the third game when Asia Wilson hit that buzzer beater.
Yeah.
And tell me about the Gatorade ad that dropped.
People are so smart. So smart. People are like, sometimes marketing, when it's done well, it just hits so good. And Gatorade actually has been on a bit of a tear because they had the Let Her Cook campaign at All-Star as well.
yeah.
That was Gatorade as well. And
That
it
was
was
sick.
a nod to obviously basketball, like let her cook, give her the ball, get out of the way, but also like tongue in cheek, like get back in the kitchen, make me a sandwich type of energy and narrative. So they had Let Her Cook at All-Star. And then for this one, when Asia hit the step back game winner in game 3 to send the Aces into an inevitable sweep scenario, she hit it and there was 2.2 seconds left on the clock. Asia wears 22. And so it's these like beautiful, like kismet moments in sports that people lean into. Clock?
I didn't clock that part. Yeah. I didn't see that. It was like the 2-2.
Yeah, that's 22. And so that's what the ad said. It was sick. Asia mid step back, ball going through the basket, 2.2 seconds on the clock it, and then finger tap. You know, it's like, so it's
10 out of 10.
It's perfect. It hits every single note. It's a moment. It's socially relevant. There's multiple meanings. Marketing. I took marketing in school. If you can tell, I'm very passionate about it. Like up until this point, like my favorite ad was this like Shreddies ad where they like turned the square Shreddy and they turned it a quarter turn and then said brand new diamond Shreddies. They didn't do anything, and then they had a whole new product. Like, it's so genius.
Crying.
Because Shreddies is the most boring cereal in the world, and they're like, oh, actually, do new Diamond Shreddies.
Diamond
Iconic.
Shreddies.
Yeah, so good. So Gatorade really killed it with that. And you're used to seeing Nike with those moments. Like, I always think of the Naomi Osaka butterfly effect.
Yes.
Remember when she was at, I think it was the US Open, and the butterfly like landed on her arm or shoulder, or it was like by her nose or whatever was in her persona. And then she like had a moment with it because like Naomi Osaka has a tendency to sometimes just have this like calm, like still demeanor about her, if you will.
Yeah, she does.
Which is probably why she's so good at independent sport like tennis, where you need to just be so in control of your emotions at times.
Yeah.
But then as soon as she won, they like the Naomi effect or the Osaka effect, whatever it was. And they had the picture of her with the butterfly. And I know there's another one, Tiger Woods. I know, whatever. But when he won the Masters, the ball was on the edge of the cup and the Nike logo was showing. And then it just like slow rolled in and everyone erupted. But it was the Nike, the way the broadcast zoomed in, the Nike ball was just like so prevalent. So Nike took that and then like made it an ad also. So it's just, I'm obsessed with these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so clock it.
That's
Gatorade really did their thing with that one.
Okay, Gatorade, shout out, honestly, because no, I feel like creative marketing is becoming less and less original, and so I appreciate when they have a narrative and a story, and it's tied to something relevant in a moment,
Like opportunistic.
Yeah, totally.
Non-derogatory.
Yeah, and also know when to jump on it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So that's awesome. All right. So that wraps up the WNBA season.
Hold on, wait. I have one more thing to say.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What?
Bam Adebayo, Asia Wilson. Okay. The love and basketball whole controversially enough.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot.
I thought in that moment, it's cute. He hugged her. I'm so proud of you. You did it. I love that.
Yeah.
They kept going back and they kept showing him in a moment where he was very clearly trying to like be on the outside, like record.
He's like, this is not about me.
They were talking about Asia's parents. They were showing him on camera. There's so many other women that don't ever get a spotlight aside from Asia.
Yeah.
And it's like, in that moment, I feel like just centering a man.
No, it's not.
It's like you can have that moment. And I know that immediately people are like, well, Taylor Swift and the NFL, Yeah, it's actually Taylor Swift though.
I was gonna say,
like, with all due respect to Bam Adebayo,
but even then, though,
with all due respect, and it wasn't that much harped on. They had a moment on the field.
I was gonna say that,
but you saw other people. You saw other people that were involved in the team, coaches, family members, players. They had their little moment.
If anything,
at half.
I thought that they were going away from the Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing when he won the Super Bowl. Like they had a moment, sure they caught that, but then after that it was very much like cut here, cut there, and it wasn't as Swift focused.
Really lingered on Bam and Asia.
They did.
They really lingered on it, and I don't like centering that in that moment for the girls.
Yeah, because it's giving like It's giving. Okay, I'm trying to find the.
It's also giving very hetero focused, where like 99.9% of the league is like LGBTQ plus, and there's like other couples there as well.
Okay,
like how much did we see in Alyssa Smith and
Yeah.
Dejanay Carrington?
Yeah.
At all?
No.
Really? Because that's a really cute story.
Yeah, that's very cute. Yeah, no, it's for me. I'm just thinking like, okay, you know when like a guy proposes at like a very public area.
That just happened. There was a runner.
Who?
Oh my God. That's so no. Girl. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna No, I sent it to you on Instagram.
What happened?
Okay, so it's literally exactly what you're talking about. There was a runner who completed some kind of run, a race, and then her man came up on the podium and proposed to her in the moment.
Bruh, I think men think that's like a cute thing to do. I don't think it's coming from a place of like harm per se, but the fact that they don't, because it's like the patriarchy, misogyny, you can go into all that, but like the fact that they don't understand that like when the moment is about your girl,
right?
And at least Bam was trying to not make it about himself. You could tell
he was
trying to like run from the cameras, or
he was trying to step back. He was, yes,
yeah. So it's not. This is no Bam slander at all. It's just more like broadcast, like if you're in the position of a producer, just like make sure like you're giving the women,
the ones who did it,
the ones who actually wanted the moment. Like that's
how I felt, honestly, because
no, I agree.
And honestly, if we missed a 1-2 moment, my bad, because we were still at the watch party. But every time I looked over, I swear to God, I saw
a lot of
Bam, Adebayo, and Ayesha. And I was like, oh my God, like, yes, Ayesha, of course, obviously, she's the MVP for the umpteenth time. She's honestly, I don't know how you feel about Maya Moore still, but after what Ayesha did this year, that GOAT conversation that we had a couple episodes ago, she's a DJ, I'm an MC, apparently. Oh my God. But yeah, I think that she deserves the moment, but she didn't do it by herself. And I just thought a lot of it lingered on them. And I didn't like the centralization of a man in that instance, respectfully.
Okay, can I tell you something? So yesterday, I was just curious about the GOAT conversation that I proposed a couple weeks ago, especially in regards to A'ja Wilson now. And okay, so I know that we kind of list like the classic names are always Maya Moore, Candace Parker, and then A'ja Wilson, probably more in recent history, but then you can go to like the Cheryl Swoops and stuff, like more in the past.
Lisa.
And Lisa Leslie. But when you look like, so I actually asked, my best friend, ChatGPT.
Oh, okay.
I actually asked ChatGPT.
You gotta stop that.
No.
If you go missing one day, it's gonna be because of that.
Never.
It's really tough.
Never.
Next episode is literally just gonna be making a case why ChatGPT is so dangerous and so much of a problem for independent thinking.
I will ask ChatGPT
how to respond. Why I'm such a hater.
Why it's not a problem. Why it's the most beneficial thing to society.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
it's a really bad take. That's not gonna age well. I really strongly recommend you reconsider strongly.
Anyway, so basically I asked and I said, who would you crown and who would you start a WNBA franchise with tomorrow if you had to choose? And I said also include names. If I didn't add any names, like include names that you feel like I should have. Anyways, and so I was to scroll all the way down to the bottom, had a whole thing. Chat says, call it what it is. Aces didn't just win. A'ja moved the goalposts. Until someone drags them back, that's our GOAT. So
I actually don't respect that opinion at all, considering it's ChatGPT. So I'm asking you what you think.
No, okay, well, I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying.
I'm
putting it out there that like, the reason I put it into ChatGPT in the first place, because I wanted to know what AI would think. Like just based on like I said, pull every stat, pull every award, pull everything and compare them.
Right.
And then you tell me what you're gonna choose. I just wanted to see from like a non-bias. I don't talk to ChatGPT about WNBA like much at all.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Everything.
Listen, you know what's funny? I see some stuff on like Instagram Reels that I was like, can I see your ChatGPT chats? It's like the girl's throwing the phone out the window.
Yeah.
You want to see my text message? Sure. You want to see my Instagram? Sure. ChatGPT out the window.
Savannah, now that we're in our 30s, we got to have a real discussion about this.
Nah.
It's problematic.
It's fine.
Okay.
Anyway,
so what do you think?
No, I truly think that, I think A'ja Wilson, I think we're watching GOAT in real time.
Yeah.
And I think that's hands down now. I don't think you can make arguments, of course, but I don't think there's a stronger case than A'ja Wilson being a GOAT. She's a 4-time MVP, 3-time finalist MVP, as you mentioned earlier. And she's brought her team pretty much single-handedly to the finals like like she's had support, of course, but she's the leader. Like she's the one bringing to the finals every single time that they've gone.
And I know that people talk about, okay, well, you want longevity, and she's been in the league under 10 years, but look what she's been able to do. She's won half the time she's been in the league. She's been the best person on the team every time that they've won, and she's done it in such a potent manner that doesn't really leave much room for negotiation.
And if she stopped today,
yeah,
she would still be the GOAT.
She also does it on both sides of the ball, which is kind of reminiscent of Michael Jordan.
Yep.
And I think that that's something that is an interesting comparison, because obviously they played different positions, but he was offensive player. Like he was the best offensive player. He was on all defensive teams. She's defensive player of the year. She's the MVP. She's winning the titles. She's finals MVP.
Yep.
So she's touching every single corner of the game, on top of actually being a good leader.
Yeah.
On top of actually being somebody who's like galvanizing her team instead of punching them out at practice. like the aforementioned other GOAT.
No,
like,
she might have at a halfway mark in the regular season when they lost to the
there was a light
Lynx
threat.
by like 50.
There was a light threat. I don't think it was physical, but yeah.
I wasn't in that locker room. I cannot attest.
Allegedly. But yeah, so I agree with you. I think what she's doing is just, it's hard to actually comprehend.
Yeah.
Because she actually does make it look so effortless. It doesn't look like it's something, you know what I always compare it to? You know when someone sings and you just tell they have a powerful voice? And you know when someone sings and they sound good, but you see like all their ligaments and they're like, you can feel the strain.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah, like us at karaoke singing Whitney, like ungood. So, but she does it in such an, but she does it in such an effortless way too. So it is a beautiful thing to see. And she, honestly, she's just getting started, which is so scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
It's actually insane. Okay.
So
that kind of wraps up a little bit of
happy end of NBA.
WNBA season. But I will, to get to this subject, I'm going to have to bust myself inevitably here. Okay. There has been something that has come up repeatedly on my socials, and I have been, Ashley, I'm not a comment fighter. I don't go into the comment section and I don't say my opinions too often. Like, I'm like, no, why waste your time? There's a bunch of trolls in there. But this time, I don't know why I've been so, I guess, like, I don't know, justice for Ayesha a little bit, because she has been catching so much strays and so much slander online for a recent podcast interview that she did. I don't remember, what was the podcast name again?
Call Her Daddy.
She
went on with Alex Cooper on Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, Call Her Daddy. And she opened up and I could tell she was having like a true vulnerable moment, not even just as like the woman that she is, this big brand of Ayesha Curry, whatever. She was just like opening up as like just a fellow, like a woman, and being like, listen, I wanted to be career girl. I didn't think I'd be in this position. I'm just paraphrasing here, but I didn't think I'd be in this position to be the wife of an NBA player just have kids. She said,
not even an NBA player,
the guy,
the NBA player for some people,
exactly, and like also have all these kids. Like she said that she actually didn't want kids at one point, and I have felt like vindictive, I guess, like about it, because while everyone's coming for her throat being like, you should be so grateful you're married to a multimillionaire and that he is one of the best players of the NBA in this common era, like da-da-da-da-da, whatever. I'm like, yeah, but she met him when she was 15 years old. Mm-hmm. And I was telling like my dad this last night, actually. I was like imagine being 15 years old, meeting the love of your life, and being CC'd on an email that you didn't know how long that thread was going to be. And you just kept on going along for the ride, right? You're like, oh, wow, okay, well, he got a scholarship to Davidson. Oh, good job. Like, yo,
yeah, but you're like, it's Davidson. It's not Duke.
It's just Davidson. It's not Duke. But, he's a really nice guy, whatever. And we've been together for so long now. And, like,
his family money.
His family money.
Dad was in the NBA.
Like, people are saying he could be like, I guess I could be an NBA wife. Like, that could be fun. And once again, you're not thinking, because even at the time he got to Davidson, like, she was probably around, like, 17, 18, right?
But also the culture surrounding athletes was not as ferocious and insatiable as it is now. Now we want to learn everything about every player, their family,
and their basketball wives,
and we want to cover what they're doing on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis.
Yeah.
So the scrutiny wasn't as intensive, and it wasn't daily.
No.
Articles were still being written, TV shows and radio shows were still getting done, but it wasn't everyone and their mother that had a megaphone.
No, and I don't know Ayesha personally. I have no idea. This is just from pure observation outside looking in. But like when she said I don't get the male attention that like Steph gets, and that part. Listen, we have both seen it where like NBA athletes, having covered them, they get so much female attention, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's just a fact, obviously.
Even
like,
the ugly ones.
do you have eyes? Facts.
Even the ugly ones.
You got,
what game do we play all the time?
You're the 425th guy in the NBA, barely even made it. Like, you got like 50 girls lined up.
Like, even honestly, like the game that we play, like maybe not Savannah and I, but we could, where it's just like, is he hot or is he 6'5"?
Oh, I would be so down to play that game.
If you take, and listen, this is not here. We're not here
if
to
he
like
was a 5'10" man.
yeah, not even like if he was 5'7", is he good looking?
Would you
and this is not to like ugly shame people or be like on troll watch or anything like that. Like, we don't care.
No.
But there is an element of that proximity to success that women find attractive. And listen, like, I've been in that same boat too.
Yeah.
Like, people like money and power.
Facts.
I don't think that's a secret. I don't think it's like a nasty thing. I think if you go about it in a gross way, it can be really detrimental.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, oh, you're tall and you're rich.
Yeah. But people.
Oh, ew, gross.
But
like, said no
really
one ever.
like,
no, it is gross. I covered the G League for a while, and even
Yeah.
like the G League guys had like
Bear
a
girls.
girl in every city.
I've been seeing that too.
Every city. I'm just like, oh.
Oh.
Noted.
Right?
Duly noted.
Crazy.
So yeah, to your point, the NBA guys, that's what my point is. The G League guys get attention. The NBA guys, it's
even,
infinite.
Yeah, literally. And so like, so when she's saying like, I don't get the attention from like men the way that Steph basically gets it from women. I'm
And
like,
also men.
And pause. But yeah.
Unpause.
Actually unpause that one. But like the way that like, well, yeah, you're that famous, you get attention from everybody.
Well,
but
men are like super fans.
they are super
duper
fans.
Yeah.
But like, so I hear her because I'm like, okay, yeah, because she never, once again, when you meet the love of your life at 15 years old and you're in high school and your frontal lobe hasn't developed, you're just like along for this ride that you didn't know how far it was going to go. You didn't get your heartbreak from, the guy that you met in university, or you didn't have to like go through all these little like dating struggles or situationships. Like, you didn't experience being pursued. You only got one guy.
And your scope of the world is so
narrow.
Yeah.
And I think she's clocking that now. She's looking back at her life more than ever. I think there's like a reflective time where you're like, wait a minute, hold up. This went by so fast. And I'm known as Curry's wife. More like Ayesha Curry, sure, but like more like I'm the wife of Steph Curry. I'm the mother of Steph Curry's kids.
Especially as our kids getting older, you're kind of out of that haze.
Yeah.
Where they are maybe a little more independent and you're just like left there. You're like, okay, so what now?
And so like, so who am I? Like, yeah, you have a cooking show, but like, but once again, it's like, what's it, trad wife? Like, it's like maybe, and she said she wants to be career girl.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's something, and I think ultimately I'll end on this point of my rant, but basically like we all have, and I think it's only human nature to have a what if in your head. And I think if you ask any 90% of married women, I truly feel like they would say something similar to what she said. I have a what if this happened? Like, what if I decided to do more strong, independent woman
What if I said
career?
no to Carl when he proposed to me at the finish line of my marathon?
What if I said yes to Carl?
When he proposed to me on a bleacher in high school and told us to run away from Waco, Texas.
Fact, literally. So I think that she was playing the what if game on the podcast. It came across the wrong way, and people went to the comments and were like, you doing a boy stuff dirty. I'm like, everyone's allowed to have the parallel universe lives theory in their head.
Also, I think too, people are so conditioned and so committed to misunderstanding Ayesha Curry.
Facts.
And I think sometimes the message and the messenger conversation can happen when it comes to her because she doesn't really mince words. She doesn't put any fluff on it. She just says it. And in a lot of cases, when that comes from a woman, it can be taken a bit stark and as like a bit of a slap to the face.
Yeah.
I don't think in that scenario, listen, she didn't say anything wrong. Even when she said, I don't get attention, I don't think she said anything wrong. Depending on your marriage rules and your relationship rules, are you talking about wanting attention from other people outside of your marriage publicly? That's a fair conversation to be had for sure. And maybe they had it, maybe they didn't. Yeah. Maybe he's like, oh, that's Ayesha, that's what she does, whatever. Like, that's who she is, that's who I married. Yeah. This is the life we have, and she can say whatever she wants to say. I'm not going to police her. Yeah. But she literally just said, this is not what I wanted. She didn't say, I don't like this. I don't love my family. I don't love what we've been able to achieve together. Mm-hmm. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I envisioned for myself. Yeah. And now I'm in the process of figuring out, can I reach some of my goals that I had set for myself earlier before I got wrapped up in Curry mania?
No, literally.
That's all she really said. But people are so committed to misunderstanding her. And again, maybe it's because she's not relatable to them. Maybe it's because you don't see her in many other capacities unless you watch her cooking show, which our youth Haley loved. Watch with their mom, said it was bang on. But if you don't really see her and then she pops up, she's like, I want other men to look at me. They only look at Steph. It's like, I can understand that. I can understand sitting there.
Even that one line alone, even if you take it out of context, I'm like, yeah, I can understand that.
No,
though.
anyone would. Like,
yeah, any woman would.
Anyone would. I think in any situation, it's a normal human feeling. Like, you want to be appreciated, you want to be seen, you want to be acknowledged. Like, it would be like if we went somewhere and it was like constantly like one of us was getting talked to and the other one wasn't. You're like, oh, I'm happy for our podcast and for my friend and for our teammate, but you're like, hey, like, does anyone resonate with the things that I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is it me? Is it something? You know what I mean? Like, those doubts can creep in. Yeah. And I think that's a totally normal feeling to want to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what she's saying.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So, like her or hate her, I think it's the persecution. Ayesha Curry is insane.
Too much.
It's insane because also if a man said that, you'd be like, hell yeah, brother. Just because your wife's successful doesn't mean you're not an individual. Doesn't mean you don't get to get yours.
Literally.
That would actually be the response.
Be strong, king.
Literally. Like, when's it my turn? Like, it would be that would be the narrative immediately.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Oh, wait, I know.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. And like, I think like any wives to somebody who's really successful athlete, successful businessman, whoever, like you do put your life on the back seat and you are kind of the sidekick to the main character, which is, it's like you're the Robin to the Batman.
And now it's her season.
And now
maybe she gets to be Batgirl.
She's like, I get to be Batgirl.
Yeah. And you need to go be Albert.
Yeah.
The little butler who helped with everything.
Yeah.
Pivotal to the success of the operation.
Pivotal.
But in the background in a little tux.
Exactly.
Making me a little snack.
Thank you. Anyway.
The bell. Ding, 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 ding. Albert. Had grilled cheese?
Yeah. Can't wait. Listen, imagine when LeBron retires and Savannah gets to like just be home and be like, LeBron.
I feel like Savannah does that anyway. Savannah very much gives me that energy.
She runs that house?
Yes. I very much love Savannah.
Yeah. Thank you. Me too.
Love her.
We love Savannah's over here.
Yes. Our number one girls.
Yay. Okay. Let's switch gears. Something kind of cool. We're going to call this manifesting. I remember when Angel Reese posted on her story, someday I'm going to be like a Victoria's Secret angel, something like that. And the news just came out that she will be in the Victoria's Secret Angels runway show. What's it called?
The Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Fashion show.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those girlies, but that's
derogatory.
Pretty.
I am.
That's funny because like I am.
That's funny because I've watched every single one.
If I watch it, I'm going to just like fat shame myself for like the next month.
No.
So I watch it. I remember I watched it once and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go not do this anymore. Like
okay.
Yeah. So no, I don't mind it, but I'm also like, what? Then I go deeper. I'm like, what message is this sending? Maybe just because I'm a hater. But
like, wow, okay.
Not a hater,
that's
but
tough.
Like, yeah.
No, I hear you.
But anyways,
I understand the mentality that you're talking about. I'm the exact opposite. I'm in sweats, a stained t-shirt,
like
eating like mac and cheese out of a pot with a hair mask in, being like, I don't really think that styling's hitting. The audacity.
He's like a 00.
No, not the physique. I would have gone with a white heel. I would have gone with a black shoe.
Like
maybe I would have done like more of a smoky eye or like a fluffy lash. It's a little dense for me.
The fashion sense of you is coming out. Yeah, your fashion school.
Literally look like I'm about to pull someone from under a bridge, but here I am. You know what? I maybe wouldn't have gone
that
with
lipstick.
The bangs. I would have maybe gone with more of a curtain bang.
No, that they can't pull that one off.
No. They all look great though, but
I'm like, I will go find the next gym right. I think I'm gonna go on a 21K run. Like,
there are two types of
people who watch
in this world.
Secret.
Yeah. No, but she's gonna be walking, and so with the Victoria's Secret fashion show, it was honestly such a huge cultural phenomenon, especially in the early 2010s.
Yeah.
When anorexia was in.
Yeah.
When really like the body,
the next top model.
Yeah.
The most toxic show on television.
And the ideal body type was really unattainable for most people, and so it ended up
the Tumblr era.
It ended up being super detrimental, where there was a lot of eating disorders, there was a lot of body dysmorphia. It was it was painful for a lot of people. And so the show was essentially canceled, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
They said, we're not doing this until we figure out something else. And then they decided to make it like a more inclusive situation, and they brought it back. They said, we're going to have all girls of all different shapes and sizes. We're going to try and be more inclusive of ethnicity as well. We're going to have musical artists on the runway. Yeah. It's going to be more of a big like show performance spectacular. And then now Angel Reese is being announced as the first athlete, I believe, to walk the show. And it couldn't have been more of a perfect fit.
No.
It really couldn't.
Victoria's Secret Angel.
And like the basketball player physique in general too. It lends itself so well to what like the ideal Victoria's Secret Angel is. And I know that sentence of itself can raise a lot of questions, but really and truly like the way that she looks, her attitude, the things that she represents, I think are more important than her physique. But she's gonna sit there, she's gonna get her wings, and she's gonna be a big draw. And again, from a marketing standpoint, having her involved and whoever is running her team and whoever is getting these deals, it's just chef's kiss time and time again, because it was just Juicy Couture that was announced. Then it was the Victoria's Secret Angel.
Which Juicy Couture, hello, coming back? What?
But it's all like a resurgence of things from the past, and she's kind of leading the way in that regard.
It's like, was it like Y2K?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Y2K movement.
Whoa.
And then on top of it, she's on a private jet shaking ass as soon as her season's done. Zero regrets. She doesn't care what anyone says. She's like, I'm literally out of here. Bye, suckers. Let me know when the season's back on. Let me know when my team's being revamped.
Literally.
Let me know who we're signing.
No, actually, shout out to all the WNBA girlies who posted like their like off to Turks and Caicos post. Like I know was it Aaliyah Edwards? She went to Turks and Caicos with her teammates.
Yes. Paige was there.
Yeah. Like a lot of girlies have been posting their vacays. Big bye Cancun. Like
in 2 seconds I'll be gone.
I want the ticket. Later.
I want 6 tickets booked for each departure date that I could possibly leave. For each time I could possibly be eliminated, I want a ticket standing by.
No, literally, and I feel that energy because I'll be in Bahamas next week, but I'll still jump on.
Her PTO is coming to an end. I'll tell you that for free. That's it.
This is the last trip of the year. I promise. This is the last big trip of
promise
this
or not.
year.
That's all your PTO. There's none left. There isn't any left. So
my friend won a free trip to the Bahamas. She asked me to be her +1 because her boyfriend has like a work trip separately to another like island. And so I was like,
work trip?
Yes,
work trip. Should we investigate?
She's in a happy, loving relationship, and they are engaged. Actually, I say boyfriend, fiance. Yeah.
Send me his handle. I'll do some digging.
Matt. His name's Matt.
Matt. We're watching.
Yeah, we're watching Matt. We're watching very closely, Matt.
Also super happy for you guys.
Yeah, and I'm super happy for me because, I'm like, I don't question relationships if I get the benefit out of
Bahamas.
it. Yeah, I gotta go to Bahamas. So that's it.
All that will change. She's just crying in the villa. You're like, I'm just gonna go hit the lounger on the beach for a quick second. I'm gonna mimosa. Do you need anything? You're good. Okay.
Right. It's good. All right. Okay. So something really cool happened in the track world.
Yeah.
Why don't you set this one up?
Okay. So Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams' husband, who's been a big advocate of women in sport. He's an investor in Angel City FC in the NWSL. He created a track and field competition for female athletes, women athletes only. Athlos. So that's what it's called. It's started last year, but they're just ramping it up year after year. And the primary function of this competition is to make sure that the women have a say. So essentially, I think the biggest case study of this is when WestJet was like, everyone that works for us gets a stake of our company. Mm-hmm. Like it's their company too. Mm-hmm. So they're doing the same thing with this organization. So all the athletes who participate in track, whatever it's a field or a track event, they get some kind of stake in the company. They also win like $60K if they win their event. They also get a bonus if they hit a world record. Instead of medals, the girls are getting crowns from Tiffany's, tiaras from Tiffany's, because that's what they said that they wanted. Alexis was like, I'm just here to execute. You guys let us know. Like, how about a Tiffany's crown? He said, sure. Serena Williams,
you want, baby girl.
Serena Williams put it on Tara Davis Woodall's head when she won.
That's sick.
She went duru. It was so cute. Sierra performed, Meg Thee Stallion performed last year. So they did a long jump competition that really caught a lot of eyes. It was in the middle of goddamn Times Square in New York City.
So sick.
They set it up. It was at night. It was packed. They were playing music. The girls were dancing and vibing, cheering each other on. And it was just such a beautiful display, especially for an event that's a field event that doesn't get a lot of love.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone loves the 100, the 200, 400, 4x100, all this short track stuff, people eat it up. I'm not really being like, what time is hammer throw on?
Yeah, I know.
I fear.
No, I know. And
honestly, just to be honest.
I was a field girly myself in high school. I did
What'd
high
they make
jump.
you do?
High jump and long jump.
Okay, that's way better. They made me do shot put.
Oh.
I know.
That's rough. You could throw out your shoulder with that one.
I did almost. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, no, you're like, and they never tell you.
I came in second.
Oh,
but that's not the
good job.
point. That's not the point. Because like, also,
At what cost? At what cost?
Also, it's like you think of, and this is like maybe to your point about like how you watch the Victoria's Secret fashion show, like an unhealthy kind of version of yourself crops up. You see the type of people that do certain events sometimes. And so when I was I think I was in grade school. I was like grade 7, maybe grade 6, 7, something like that. Like, oh, you're going to do shot put. And I'm like, what are you trying to say about me?
What do I give off that says shot put?
Is it because I have a broad back and I've ripped the interior of several blazers trying to reverse park?
My
Is that what
shoulders
you're
that broad?
manifesting for my future? Anyway, it came in second because I'm not a loser. But that's not the point.
Well, technically.
First loser. First best loser.
Yeah.
The first best loser.
Yeah, the best of the losers.
And if anything were to happen to that person, bumped up.
Yeah. See. Okay.
Thumbs
So
up.
no, I did like high jump in high school, and I actually, believe it or not, like got
The
like
one with like where you go over backwards.
like flip yourself. And I actually got pretty good at high jump.
I could see that.
but surprisingly.
What's your vert now?
I gotta measure myself, but at one point I could grab the rim.
Okay.
I could full hand grab the rim, like
Nice.
the basketball hoop. And so, but yeah, so then whatever, I did that, but then I remember like starting to medal because nobody at my high school did high jump. So I was like setting all these school records, not because I was amazing, maybe I was,
Because the only one.
but because I was the only one. And
But that doesn't have to be part of the story.
But
don't need to.
But the best part about this is I set all these school records.
Yeah.
And I want to say like my best jump was like 165 or something like that.
Okay.
And
How tall is that?
And I went to ROPSA, and I remember this girl, she scissor kicked 165.
I don't know what that means.
So scissor kick is when you like, oh, it looks so effortless. So basically, like for the most part, high jumpers like they flip over backwards, and that's like
She just
do like she just like 1 2. She stepped over it basically.
Like how those girls who ride those fake ponies do?
Yeah, kind of.
You know those girls?
Kind
The
of.
hobby horse girls?
No. Oh, yes, like that. She hobby horsed it. Like she literally just like stepped over it. And she was so, oh, by the way, because
I would have been speechless.
Dude, in high jump.
I would have grabbed my bag.
You know what's crazy? In high jump, you don't have to start at the lowest bar,
No,
right?
you can just set.
You can start whenever you want.
And then everyone has to match it.
And as long as you get over it, then like, and you have like 3 tries or whatever to get over it, then you can do it. She started at like 160 or something like that.
Is this centimeters?
Yes, centimeters. And now get this, the best part of the story is the fact that, so fast forward, I have a bit of an age
You
gap with
jumped
my-
5.4 feet?
Yeah, something like that.
165.
Yeah, that was my
That's
best
taller
jump.
than Nadine.
It is. Yeah.
We should set this up. Do you think you
Actually,
could high jump Nadine next
I
week?
might be able to high jump Nadine.
I think we should look into this.
But the best part is that my little sister decided to do high jump after me.
Okay.
Right? She did basketball too, but she didn't take to do basketball as much as high jump.
Yep.
So she was like, she knew I had all these school records, and people reminded her that I had all the school records. Now, I'm not in high school at this point. I'm like in university. And she's like, well, I want to beat my sister.
Yeah.
So
as she should.
goes and she decides to like try to beat all my records. And she did. I'm not going to lie. She did it in her first year.
Asia!
But I lied to her.
Oh.
Because the records are not tracked. So I said, oh, did I say 165? No. I actually meant 175. I jumped 175, actually. So what did she do? She beat 175.
Oh.
Like the following year.
You told her too soon.
And then I said, oh my God, did I say 175? No, Johnson, you remember it was 181, right? It was 180? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Asia, it was 180.
Right.
My lies are the reason why my little sister has a track scholarship. She got full ride to Boston University because she jumped some crazy heights, like set all the records in my school, and got herself team captain of Boston University for high jump for the track team. Go, Ayesha.
Because here's the thing: were you gaslighting and lying to her, or were you motivating, her for excellence?
Motivating for excellence. So what? It was
It's
a
all
white
about
lie.
the phrasing. It's all about the marketing. It's all about the spin.
Exactly.
So you're welcome, Boston University.
Right? You're welcome.
Welcome, Boston University.
Created you a beast.
Going back to just final notes on the Athlos League, and I hope I'm saying it right.
Athlos seems right.
LOS.
It's like Greek.
Athlos.
I think it's Athlos.
Athlos, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like the Greek mountain, and there's like also a character as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's really nice to give the equal opportunity to the athletes who aren't in the sexy sports.
Agreed.
Because some of those things are honestly way harder in terms of like technical ability. Obviously, to be excellent and excel at anything is difficult. But you know, everybody runs.
No, it's actually really
not everyone can hammer throw.
No, facts. Facts. But like what's actually really cool about like Athlos in general, and thanks for like setting it all up, because I think that whenever you give women the opportunity to be heard in sports spaces, innovation happens.
Yeah.
Like really cool innovation happens. Like who would have thought that like Times Square would be shut down for like all the field events and made to be sick, you know? And the same thing with the NWSL, when they heard like the CBA agreement and like they basically put like a no draft and no trading either, or how that work?
Like you have to get permission for a trade. The no draft thing is more of like what's going on in the UK. It's like a European thing. They don't do a draft. Everyone just like you get a signing, whatever.
Yeah.
But yes, that's a really good point that they said if we're gonna trade you have to approve it.
Yeah, and then also Unrivaled. Like Unrivaled, they built a league based on what women want.
Yeah.
It's like, we want a glam room by Sephora.
Yeah.
Like we want
to be in Miami.
Be in Miami.
We want to be with the girls in Miami.
And like happier like athletes, aka like the ultimate product, the better the product. So I think when women are heard in sports spaces, a lot of creativity and innovation and overall a much better product is created. So I love Athlos. I love what happened there. So cool.
Well, and that's a good point just in general too. Like everything is a system, and most systems have been in place for a really long time, and 95% of those systems were not made with women in mind or women considered. It was made for the average man, average being the key word. And so in a lot of instances when you have been sitting on the sideline for so long and you've been thinking of ways to innovate or thinking of ways that are going to help you specifically as a woman be excellent and excel, when you finally get heard, sometimes it can seem like, oh, you're being so greedy, you should be thankful to be here, you're not asking for just money, you're asking for money, hotels, accommodations, venue, healthcare, childcare, It's like, yeah, well, my list wouldn't have been this long as if you had listened in the first place.
Facts.
So I'm happy to prioritize certain things, but also maybe the way that you're doing it actually isn't the best. It's just the way that it's been done. And the reality of the world is that people want things to be easy, not right in a lot of cases.
We know.
They don't want to go the extra mile. If it's working, it's fine.
Yeah.
They don't want the headache. They don't want the stress. They don't want to seek out the best option.
Even if
a
it's
good
not
enough
efficient.
option is available.
Literally.
That is just the way of the world. And it can be very frustrating for people who want to think outside the box or are currently trying to elevate themselves and those around them. And Alexis Ohanian has taken his millions and billions and trillions of dollars from selling his portion of Reddit, and he has dove directly into funding female sports campaigns, female endeavors. And I think that is something that deserves to be spotlighted and applauded, because there's a lot of people that talk about it, but they're not actually about it.
Yeah.
And he certainly is.
So
shout out to Mr. Serena Williams.
I was going to say, like, the fact that he used to run Reddit or like found Reddit and he sold it, and Reddit is like where a lot of like the trolls live, is like just like, I don't know.
Irony.
The irony.
Yeah.
The irony. I love it. Anyways. All right. Do we have anything more? We got anything more, or is this it?
No, I'm yapped out. Yeah, I'm yapped out for a holiday Tuesday.
I know. I'm yapped out for the next week. Exactly. So specifically, actually 6 days because next week.
Sav still has a head cold.
Yeah, we still got
Friday.
a head cold.
Still has a head cold from Friday. Make sure you check out our Instagram. We're going to put photos soon of everyone that came. And we were looking super cute, if I do say so myself.
We were.
Amanda Coffee, shout out. She came in. She did the photos for us and did an excellent job as per usual.
And shout out to our last episode for almost hitting 10K.
Again.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one. Listen,
yeah, you guys are really like enjoying it, so we really appreciate that.
Yeah, with that said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
And share.
Share with your friends, yo.
Yeah.
This is your girlfriend's
And if you have no friends, like we didn't in grade school, share with your family.
And if you too were bullied. Or you know a bully.
We are here for you. We may bully you a little bit, but in a loving way, in a family way, in a familial way, in a West Indian way.
Because that's always healthy too.
In a West Indian way.
Yeah.
I said it. I said you were big back, but do you want a plate? Do you want seconds?
You want a plate? Here, go.
I said your pants look a little tight. Do you want pie?
No, literally me yesterday. And I said, absolutely, I want more pie.
With whipped cream. Thank you.
Absolutely,
Is it pumpkin?
Is there ice cream in the fridge too? Okay.
Aligned, yeah.
Thanks. Goodbye.